Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. This is your coach, your solution lady, and your teacher with another quick video. This one kind of touched home. This morning, I was on my way to do a presentation, and I stopped ahead of time at this cheese store. So I purchased the cheese, and I got to the counter, and I was about to make my payment when he told me what the fee was, what the price was, including the 10% discount. And I'm going, why did he give me a discount? And he didn't really want to say that, today was Senior's Day. I had seen it actually on the window when I came in, but I wasn't sure if I was going to ask for it or not, because you never know what age it is. Sometimes it's 65 and maybe I'm not old enough. And it's one of those subjects that can be very sensitive, right? So when he gave me the 10% discount, I went, oh, well, the senior discount's great. Thanks. I wasn't sure. And then he made a comment, and the comment was, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. He said something like, some things just creep up on you, or some things, now I can't remember what it is. Some things just need to be said, or some things sometimes need to be addressed, or something like that, something to that effect. I wish I could remember exactly what he said, but it was perfect because I was going to do a presentation on how to deal with the elephant in a room, and he brought up something that could be very sensitive, with the notion of age, and as we get older, and the question of, the discount. Now, of course, I'm using this as an example, but how often do we find ourselves being faced with maybe sensitive issues that we don't really want to address at all, or that somebody gives us information, like in this case, and it is like, what? I wasn't expecting that, or no, that's not true. But in fact, it is. And in fact, I am getting older, and I guess I'm looking older. Otherwise, he probably would not have given me the discount. Or when I get on the bus, younger people probably wouldn't say, would you like a seat, ma'am? So all of these signs are coming together, and they're giving me a message that I'm getting there. I'm getting older. But I'm using this, of course, as an example again, because I could be talking about age, just like you could be talking about your relationships, or things that haven't been addressed in your relationships, whether it's at work or not. When it's sensitive issues, or issues that might be a little bit challenging to talk about, do you have a tendency to avoid them? Or do you charge right in like the elephant and address it right away, and let's deal with this right away, when maybe it's not the best approach? If you charge right in, the other people that you're approaching may not have any idea what you're referring to. And that could be a problem. That could create maybe more tension than anything else. So before you do decide to charge in, or talk about something that might be sensitive to the other person, make sure you get all of your information. Gather all the data, and set the stage. Prepare yourself to give the information. You might have to invite the person over for dinner, or for a coffee, or for a meeting, depending on where the setting is. And you might have to just say, what, there's something sensitive that I want to talk to you about. It's not an easy topic, but I do want to mention it. And then you would start describing the behavior. The other day you looked at me a little bit funny, you rolled your eyes, or you were really quiet. Whatever the behavior is, you want to mention that behavior and say something like, and I wasn't exactly sure what that was about. So that silence, what was that about? And of course, this is just your perception. and you might have to add more details with last Tuesday when we got together and so on. You might have to gather your information and mention the details of that encounter so that the other person can go, oh, that, yeah, I remember now. And allow the person to explain or allow the person to provide additional information that might help you decide whether or not it actually needs to be addressed or not. It might not even be an issue at all. Perhaps it was your perception, your interpretation, and it might have been inaccurate. Or it might have been quite accurate, and it might be a door opener to address the issue or the elephant that is in the room. Now, you want to address the elephants before they get too big, because once they get too big, then it's a bit challenging. You still have to address it, but it might cause more problems, more stress, more tension, and so on. So are there any elephants that you need to deal with? And especially now at this time of the year, when Christmas is approaching, holidays are approaching, sometimes these conversations need to happen before Christmas and not on Christmas Day, or not around the kitchen table when everybody else is there. So is this the right time to talk about it? Would you be comfortable in addressing issues that might come into play during the holidays, that might cause more chaos or more tension among family members when maybe the family members have no idea what you're talking about or why you're behaving in this way? And so if you do need support in having a conversation that might be challenging, I do encourage you to contact me on my website at www.lindagrobert.com, or you can send me an email. You can send it to teacherlindagr@gmail.com, and I'd love to have a conversation with you around some of your issues or elephants, as you may ask. Now, the question of will this cost? Well, when you're asking for professional service, there's usually a cost associated with that, just to kind of, put it out there. But the costs are very reasonable. I have to say that if you're going to be comparing costs between coaches, my costs are very reasonable and they're very negotiable as well. So that is always something we can also talk about. If you think you need more support, then we can always talk about the best way of getting that type of support as well. So again, for further information on my services, do go to my website, www.lindagrobert.com, or send me an email at teacherlindagr@gmail.com, and let's talk about how you can resolve some of those issues, or how you can address some of those issues, or deal with them yourself if you're not prepared to address them to the right people at this time. All right. Well, there you go. Have yourself another wonderful evening or day, or wherever you're watching this from. Bye-bye now.